Welcome to SAT School. I am your instructor from satschool.com. This is our 6th video on probability, and in this video we discuss a tree diagram. Now let's get started. And this is where we left on last video. If you have not watched that video, I strongly recommend to watch that first. Click the I button above and watch the video. And I hope you should have managed this. If not, then you can follow along with me. The question is, if a coin is tossed and at the same time a die is rolled, now find the probability of getting a head in the coin and 6 in die. As we know, there are two possible outcomes when you toss a coin, that is head and tail, and there are 6 possible outcomes when you roll a die, meaning we have a sample space for die which is 6. For sample space of a die, ns is 6. Now we have to find probability of getting a 6 in a die. Now let A be getting 6, Na is 1, because there is only one 6 in die. Like here we have 6 in a die which is only 1. That's why Na is 1. Now find probability of 6. We have Pa which is Na by Ns. Na is 1 here and Ns is 6. So this is the probability of getting 6 in a die. Similarly, for coin, we have a sample space which is Ns equals to 2, because we have head and tail when you toss a coin. So this is the sample space which is 2. Now to find the probability of the head, let B be getting head. In that case, NB is 1, because we have only one head in a coin. So this NB is 1. Now find probability of getting head, which is NB divided by Ns, and we have 1 by 2. Since these two events are independent, meaning when you roll a die, so if you get 1 from rolling a die, that does not have any effect in getting head or tail when you toss a coin. So the occurrence of head or tail has no effect in getting any one of these numbers. That's why these two events are independent. Since two events are independent, we have a relation for probability of A and B, or probability of A intersection B, where is PA times PB. We have PA which is 1 by 6 and PB 1 by 2, and that is finally 1 by 12. So that is the probability of getting head in a coin and 6 in a die, which is 1 by 12. Now this is a problem related with tree diagram. A ball is drawn from a bag, and that bag contains 3 red balls and 5 white balls. We have all together 8 balls in that bag. Now this is most important. The ball which are drawn are not replaced, meaning if you draw a ball from a bag and that ball is not replaced, meaning every time when you draw a ball is reduced, or number of ball is reduced in that bag, meaning we have 8 balls, 3 red balls, 5 white balls. If you draw a ball, next draw there should be 7 balls, as ball is not replaced. Then another ball is drawn, that is there are 2 draws. Now find the probability, which we have to show by tree diagram, and probability of getting 2 red balls. So we have to show sample space using tree diagram. By name, tree diagram simply means you have to make branch and again one more branches. So simply what we have here is 8 balls which are 3 red and 5 whites. So we have 3 red balls and 5 white balls. So these are 8 balls in a bag. Now when you draw tree diagram, simply you write like this circle. This 3R means 3 red balls, 5W means 5 white balls. So again, in the first draw, now we make branches. So these are 2 branches in the first draw. Now what we have is, you can assume, so this branch is for probability of red and this branch is for probability of white. In that case, the probability of red in the first draw, this is simply probability of red in the first draw is 3 by 8. We have 3 red balls, so this is 3, and we have 8 balls together in a bag. That's why this is 8. So this is for probability of red in the first draw. Now this will be probability of white in the first draw, which is probability of white in the first draw. As we have 5 white balls, so this is for 5 and this is total number of ball. So this is for first draw. Again, this branch is for probability of red and this branch is for probability of white. Now when you go for second draw, now how many balls are there? As the ball is not replaced, in second draw a ball is reduced. We have 8 here, now here should be 7 balls. Now the important thing is, when you assume this probability of red, then you have to use red ball in this branch. We have 3, now there are 2 red balls. Now we assume this is the probability for white ball, that's why we have to use 1 white ball in this bag. Now we have 4 white balls and 3 red ball. Again, what we assume here is a red ball is drawn, that's why 2 red balls. What we assume here is a white ball is drawn, that's why we have 4 white balls remain in that bag. Now when you draw for the second, you have to make again branches here. So we have to make branch from this branch and we have to make 2 branches from this branch. So that is why this is a tree diagram like this. Now again, this branch is for probability of red and this branch is for probability of white. Similarly, this is for red and this is for white. Now we go for probability of red in the second draw. This is probability of red in a second draw. Now red, there are 2 red balls, that's why this 2, and all together there are 7 balls, that's why this is 7. Now this is for probability of white in the second draw. So probability of white in the second draw, we have 5 white balls, so 5, all together 7. Same here, probability of red in the second draw, we have 3 red balls and all together 7 balls. And we do the same for this one, probability of white in the second draw, we have 4 white balls, so this is 4 and all together 7. So this is how we do for tree diagram, branch for branch. And similarly, this is for probability of red in the second draw, this is for probability of white in the second draw, and same here. Now this branch is for probability of red in the first draw and probability of red in the second draw. Simply this is probability of red in the first draw, probability of red in the second draw. Now this one and this one. So which is the multiple of 3 by 8 and 2 by 7, right? 3 by 8 and 2 by 7. Finally, if you simplify, if you cancel this one and this one, you get 3 by 28. We can do the same for remaining. So this one is for probability of red in the first draw and probability of white in the second draw. That's why this is probability of red in the first draw and this is probability of white in the second draw. Same here and same here, like probability of white, and this is probability of white in the first draw, probability of white in the second draw. Just you use the values like 3 by 8 multiply 5 by 7 in this case, and here you multiply 5 by 8 and 3 by 7, and finally this one and this one. You can get the product. So simplify that, finally you will get that. Now the question is to find the probability of getting 2 red balls, and this is the answer, which is 3 by 28, and that is probability of getting 2 red balls, which is 3 by 28. So this is how we draw tree diagram. Again remember, we start from 2 branch and this branch again gives 2 more branch and this is for 2 more branch. If you draw for third time, then each of these will give 2 more branches. As we have only first and second row, so that is all for this problem. I hope you got this. So this is practice question 12. Again, this is for tree diagram. The question is 3 red balls and 2 white balls are there in a box. So 3 red balls, 2 white balls of the same size are kept in a box. 2 balls are drawn one after another without replacement. So there is no replacement, meaning if you draw a ball, then you have to reduce 1 ball in the box. All together we have 5 balls, 3 red and 2 white. So 2 balls are made one after the other without replacement. So this is very important. Now you have to show the probability of getting red and white balls in tree diagram. Just you have to show. You don't have to find the probability of getting like red or white, something like that. Just show in the tree diagram. So this is how you have to follow the practice question 11. You have to follow exactly the similar process. You can do that. Complete this challenge. I hope you can manage this. So this much for today. I will meet you next video. And of course, please do subscribe and press the bell icon so that you can get notification. Take care. Bye.